Hey everybody, it's Amira. How are you? Today I am coming to you with the Anzac Day Challenge for 2016. Now this challenge is happening on the Crafty Vera and Friends Facebook group. Check it out if you want to. And what we're doing this year is, the theme of Anzac is Lest We Forget. So what we are challenging our members to do is to craft about a beloved departed friend or family. So it's quite a deep and meaningful one because Anzac Day is a deep and meaningful occasion. And I mean, just because we aren't personally touched by somebody in Anzac Day doesn't mean that we can't get into the feeling of what Anzac Day is about. So I chose this quote that Anzac Day always comes up with, "Lest we forget," and I thought, why not apply it to our life in general as crafters, as scrapbookers, as memory keepers, and whatever this quote evokes in you is the right thing to do. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So my nan. Okay, this is my grandmother, my maternal grandmother. She is the love of my life. She is love embodied for me. When I think of her, it's been 12 years since she's passed. She was with me every step of my life. Everywhere I remember, it was my mom and my grandma. My father is a fly-in, fly-out father. He worked in oil in the beginning, left us in, he set up camp in a country and then would go off in other countries that were not well known. So he left us alone, left my mom and my grandma and his daughters alone in a foreign-speaking country. And, we lived in Athens where they spoke Greek. We didn't speak Greek. Then he moved us to Cyprus, where they speak Greek and we didn't speak Greek. So my mom had the support of her mother as she raised our family. And so for me, I've always had two moms. My mom was the single parent, rules, 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 rules. My grandmother was the heart and soul of my family. She put us to bed at night. She used to wake me up at 6 o'clock in the morning with a warm cup of cocoa. She was just my beating heart, I would say. I love my grandma to bits. And, although she is not with us today, I think of her fondly. Like my heart just bubbles over. I love her. I hope to meet her again one day. And so blessed to have this gorgeous, strong, independent woman in my life. So I have scrapped about my grandma. I've found awesome pictures of her and went, I love this photo. I'm going to scrap about you, Nana. And as I'm doing it, I'm just so happy and memories just flash in my mind. And I'm just really, like it's just great for me. It's therapy for me. So I've done one here as well. Thank you for a lifetime of memories. I love you forever. And I wrote a little note in there for her, which is like, my private, I'm not going to show it, but like, for example, there are some times in my life where I would love her advice. She passed away when I was 25, and not much had happened in my life up to that point. It was all lots of fun, lots of games, falling in love, getting married. You don't need advice for stuff like that. It's when the bad things happen that you need her advice, and bad things didn't happen until after Nana died. So there are times in my life where I'm like, oh, I would love to know what you had to say. And you know what? I still get them because I talk to my mom, and she'll say, when we were going through our hard time, my mother told me this, so it's just, I write her notes and I say, dear Nana, this has happened today. Wish you were here to talk to me, wondering what you would say. You know, it helps. It really helps. This is getting really emotional. So this is my grandma here. My uncle, so her son, my uncle also lives in Calgary, and so this is her in the Calgary winter. Is that all for Nana? Okay, so that's all for Nana on this page. And this is Nana over here. So this is my grandma on my wedding day. Sorry for the poof of my hair. Jeez Louise. Okay, so I've called this page Nana's Wish. For as long as I can remember, Nana has always wondered out loud if she would ever live to see me become a bride. So on Friday the 5th of March, 99, I proudly put on my wedding dress and knew that I had made one of her dreams come true. This will always be a favorite memory of mine for years to come, for more reasons than one. So I was the only one of my sisters. I'm one of 3 girls. I was the only one of my sisters whose wish this came true for. My Nana died before my other 2 sisters were married. So this is really special for me. And there's another one here. So these are my wedding albums. This is scrapbooking 10 years ago, how I did it. It's so basic. It's matte, stamp, and a quote. A grandmother is a special person who causes joyful happenings in the heart of a child, and boy, is that true for me. So I've scrapbooked about my Nana. I have also done mixed media about my Nana. So let me show you here. There's a page here in one of my mixed media classes where I scrapbooked about her. And sorry, I mixed media about her. So I've just put lots of lace, lots of old photos of her. Her passport photos are here. And just did this gorgeous page of just texture and stitching and lace and glitter, and it is such a special page for me because it evokes so much feeling, you know, texture and feeling, and the button and my grandma's. I look at this and I feel like it embodies who my grandma is for me. Like, she's just everything and so much more. So I've mixed media about my grandma. And one more thing to show you is here. I have done tags as well about my grandma. So that one, just don't want to lose my place. That one's about my grandma. So if you can see deep, this is one of my projects, the 12 tags of 2015 with Tim Holtz. So this is my grandma here, and my mom, she leaves a little sparkle wherever she goes. And you know, my mom, and it applies for my grandma. So love this. And another one where this one here. Oopsies, you don't look like you don't belong there. A mother's love, and that's my grandma there. And like I said, she was my mother. So I was lucky enough to have her as a mother as well as a grandmother. Oh, maybe you go here. I think it looks like you go here. And that one goes in this one here. Okay, so I've shown you what I've been doing about my departed, my dearly departed. Whoopsie. So the challenge for you this Anzac Day is to make a project, whether it be a mixed media page, whether it be a tag, whether it be a scrapbook, about your dearly departed. Spend the day remembering the memory of that person, remembering the funny things about that person, remembering what that person meant to you. It is a very emotional time. It is time to reflect on what it means to love, I think. It does You know, it's pretty powerful, but it's also quite healing and therapeutic. You get to brush off the fluff that we accumulate during these times. We tend to go through a lot, meaningful. So, so for this Anzac Day, lest we forget our beloved ones, yeah, please go ahead and show us who your loved one is. You know, if you're not ready to go there, I totally understand. If you want to just show a picture and tell us about your loved one, this is my mom, this is my nan, this is my whoever, that's great. Next stage is if you want to scrap about them or make a tag about them, that's great. Or if you just want to come up and say, this is too much for me, but today I will remember my mom, my nan, that is good too. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to see your Anzac Day challenge. Over and out.